Look at this. It's snowing again. It's very nice, isn't it? Let's go closer to the cliff and look. One thing I know I'm gonna miss a lot is having heated side view mirrors. Those are so nice to have. This one doesn't have it as far as I can tell. But looky. There's like a pizza flyer in the... Okay. Isn't it interesting how snow makes it look like there's fog, but really it's just snow? It's sticking in the trees a little bit, but only in the big trees. It's a very thin snow. Maybe an inch, but probably less than that. That's the highway noise you're hearing if you weren't sure. Good compacting snow. That's nice. I always like when a snow can, you know, keep a form. It's good for snowballs that way. Not that there's enough of it for that, but if this kept going, here's my pile of mushroom goodies. I want to continue riving the other half of that log, splitting it, you know. I'm going to 2-foot these because my knee is a little out of whack and I don't know why, but my, sometimes my kneecap goes a little bit left or right and then bending it is uncomfortable. It happens. There's the whole big landslide over there. There's a gap in the trees about 2-3 houses down from here. Still got this tire sitting here. Still got not finished on the... I haven't even made any further progress on the sidewall cutting project rather. Thinking about bringing up a couple of pre-cut sidewalls. I got 2 there that slid and dumped the dirt they were holding. And 1 over here, I'll show you what I mean. I'm thinking about bringing them up and using them for the retainer wall project and bringing the ones that have 1 or in some cases 2 sidewalls down here. So you can see it's cut both below and above. That's just soil underneath, so. Oh, that one's kind of holding some things up, so it might not be removable. I don't know, I can't really tell too well. A lot of this stuff looks like it's doing real good. It does. I don't know. That's the buffalo currant and a whole bunch more stuff. Yeah. Whole bunch more stuff. Empty pots. Let's look down one of these tree tubes, the one that's handy, and see how they're doing in there. I don't know if I'll be able to tell because it's a tall one. How's it doing down there? Maybe we need to go look at the black haw, the shorter one. Whoop. Let's go do that. The one that's in the shorter tree tube, I'll be able to see if I'm even aiming the camera right for starters, you know. Oh, 2-footing them again. I don't know. My knee will sort itself out eventually. Let's see, here's where I sometimes slip, so I gotta be careful. Trade hands real quick, because that hand got cold again. Okay. Yeah, that looks to be in good condition, for sure. Look at how... lithe its buds are. Everything looks really good. This one's a little squished. Way down there, it's almost like it got trapped. But that's just that one branch. That's looking really good. It'll start to get chewed on as soon as it exits the top. But they don't grow much in the winter. Let's see, can I see in this one? That one looks good too. What are you again? Oh, that's the black cherry. Excellent. More coppice wood that should also produce fruit even while being coppiced. I have seen them do that. I'm gonna walk real careful down here because it's not quite as well leveled as the one above. And there's a few things like rocks that aren't well balanced. So yeah, my late season trees are doing really good here. In the spring, we're gonna get a new all-winter food in addition to our lovely gojis here that they don't like super cold weather apparently, but they're still doing all right. I mean, as far as still producing food, they're not a super fan of that. But we could harvest every time it thaws. We can harvest the sunchokes and the evening primrose. Here, I'll show you one of those, how it looks in the wintertime. And they usually stay green. The new growth stays green under the winter, but the old ones are dead, but you'd know they were around based on these. But then in the spring, we're gonna get a baby persimmon. And, you know, a few more years after that, it probably will start producing fruit. I would expect so. Oh, this is so great. It's gonna be a bunch more years before the pawpaw starts producing fruit, though. They're kind of notoriously slow. I gotta harvest some gojis off of this. And then this is the Illinois variety of mulberry. It struggles on and off. Things like to eat it, and it doesn't like being eaten. Oh, isn't this odd? Look, this is my hazelnut, but it's in this stick, it's losing its bark. Do you see that? Isn't that weird? But down here it seems fine. How odd. Isn't that strange? I wonder if there's more. This one's doing it. Huh. That one's not doing it. This one's the one that should probably put on nuts in the spring because it already decided to do catkins this early in its life cycle. And this one's just got the one catkin. But yeah, a bunch of these little sticks coming out here are hazelnuts. And this one too. And there's one right here. Wait, no, that's not it. But there's one close to here. It's this tiny little thing. And this. So yeah, there's some real small ones, but it was easier to plant the small ones amidst the hedge. So you can hear the, whoops, see? It's kind of slippy here. Really glad I got steps because I was wiping out almost every time, even without my knee cranking out on me. Now look at this sweet magnolia staying green. Now I do have to separate those and either pot them or plant them. I have a good source on the seeds on those that I used to get off the bus a stop or two early to go grab. I wonder if I'll notice as many now that I'm driving, because that's the one thing when you're on the bus, all you have to do is stare out the window and be like, oh, look, seed source. and just like daydream or get off the bus and go get the seed source, you know? It's weird and people look at you like you're insane, but the noticing is easier. The getting there is harder. So I should probably make like a list of my seed sources so that I don't forget while it's still fresh in my memory, huh? The pawpaws are all down here. 2 of them are exposed and 1 of them's in a tree tube, but not like super exposed. Here's one. It's really hard to tell with the buds how it's doing in the wintertime. I've had them die 3 or 4 times already. But I don't know what they'd look like if they were still alive, you know? So there's my pawpaws. And 2 more native hazelnuts. These are full native. And, oh look, this is the very first catkin that one has given me. It's got a couple of them. Oh, that's great. So those took about 4 years. And I don't remember if this one's the same age or not, but I know I've transplanted it a bunch more times than the other one. You can also see the buds on the Saskatoon if you're, or serviceberry, I'm not actually sure which. You end up with some of the fruits still dried on. If you found one of these in the wild. The main trunk bark has like vertical splits in it. The buds and everything. Yeah. And this is more like its wild form. The other one, you can train them into trees, and I've seen ones that are sold as trees, and our city streets are pretty well lined with these most of the place around Pittsburgh. Really, really nice street trees. They don't get too big, and they just train them to have a single trunk. But when I got these, I could have trained them to have a single trunk, but I didn't know how much deer were gonna like the young growth, and that led to them having more of a coppiced spreading kind of thing going for them. This is that pear, and here's my plum that I had to cut back because I accidentally yoked it. I was trying to give it like a good vertical or horizontal branch kind of thing going for it, embrace it and everything, and what happened instead is it ripped like down into the tree. If it was like this, if you pull it too far, that was what happened, like down in there. And then I had to cut it because it was getting all cankerous and infected, and so I had to cut it. And then this is the cherry that hasn't produced yet and has a tendency to like to die. This is the columnar apple, which had baby apples on it in its very first year in the ground. Like, it came with buds, it bloomed, it started producing apples, and then the chipmunks came and took it, which is why it's in a cage. Oh, Bun Bun. Bye-bye, Bun Bun. I need to cut some of the side shoots because it produces fruit right on its main trunk. It had a second root bit, which is inside this cage, that I decided to save and put in there. So I think I got 2 columnar apples for the price of 1 in that case. There's even more sunchokes there. This is, okay, so this is how the overflow on the rain barrel's going. Given the freeziness, I think I might, yeah, I think what I need to do is, oh, but that's taking it farther away from the house than going through the, yeah, I don't know. I'll look in the basement and see what the basement's doing. But I think I need to slope this a little harder next time it like the whole path, just slope it a little harder so that it slows down over here. Next time it's thawed enough to do that. But that should be running here, there, big sinkhole, and then overflow into the cattail garden, which is the sump pump outlet, and then all the cattails. This path is now really deep wood chip mulch, and this is where we had the wine cap flush, as well as right here after I installed all the different pieces of the spawn. So hopefully next year they'll still be there. Wine caps are pretty well known for overwintering pretty well, so I have every expectation that if I just keep feeding them, they should be fine and keep coming back. Yeah. There is some things in the snow. Let's see how the birds are doing in here. Ew. Hey. Yeah, the subflooring did not end up being wide enough gaps after all. I'm gonna have to try that again. How birds? They're all over there hiding. And the other ones are in the heated sandbox. I do have like a little reptile lamp in there. Like maybe 40 watts, but they appreciate it. I also have been thinking about my need to transplant these osiers. That's osier dogwood, doll's eye dogwood right there. Not the same as doll's eyes, the plant common name by itself, but I have 3 of them there, and I'm thinking since they take so well from cuttings, it might be good to have like osier dogwoods in between the elderberry. That might be nice. Yep, very, very, very beautiful day. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, to be honest, but here we are. It's nice out. I think I should probably shovel the walk. That's one thing I should do. This massive log is like 3 times bigger than the ones I've succeeded with. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. Hello, big puppy. I'm sorry. It's okay, Puppo. Neighbor dog. Neighbor dog says, my fence. Alright, well, I've yammered on long enough. This is the danger of giving me any sort of ability to stitch videos. I then go back to my original video length about it, don't I, though? That sandbar's fun. I've been down there a few times. Maybe I'll get to kayak again soon. I have a car. Maybe. Ooh. Alright, well, I hope you're having a very good day. Thank you so much for visiting the cliffside. This is Permaculture. Take care. Bye.